Hawaii sells a fantasy better than almost any destination on Earth. Volcanic mountains dissolving into ocean, sea turtle silhouettes drifting below crystal water, trade winds moving through open-air lobbies while someone plays ukulele nearby. For millions of travelers every year, that fantasy survives the flight and delivers exactly what was promised. But for millions more, something goes wrong. The wrong resort, the wrong island, the wrong expectations colliding with a very expensive reality. Today we are counting down 15 Hawaiian resorts you need to think twice about, and the few that are actually worth every dollar. Number 15. Sheraton Maui. Resort and Spa, Kaanapali. The Sheraton Maui sits on one of the most photographed stretches of coastline in the Hawaiian Islands. Black Rock, the lava promontory at the northern end of Kaanapali Beach, where cliff divers perform a traditional torch lighting ceremony at sunset, sits directly in front of the property. The location is genuinely spectacular, and the resort has been trading on that location for decades. The problem is that the property itself has not kept pace with what the location commands in price. Rooms at the Sheraton Maui are priced at premium Maui rates because Kaanapali Beach carries premium Maui geography. But the rooms, particularly in the older towers, reflect a renovation cycle that has lagged behind comparable properties on the same stretch of beach. Guests paying $400 to $600 a night are routinely checking into rooms with dated furniture, aging bathroom fixtures, and air conditioning systems that cycle loudly through the night. The gap between the price point and the physical product is wide enough that negative reviews citing it have become a consistent pattern rather than occasional outliers. The pool situation compounds the issue. The main pool area is large but becomes extremely crowded by mid-morning during peak season, and the resort's size means that towel availability, chair access, and pool bar service all operate under pressure that a property charging these nightly rates should have resolved. Go here instead. The Hyatt Regency Maui Resort and Spa, just down the same Kaanapali Beach strip, has invested consistently in its physical product and delivers a room and pool experience that actually matches what its price point implies. The swim-through grotto pool alone justifies the comparison. The next resort on this list has a completely different problem. The property is newer, the rooms are better, but what is happening just outside the lobby is something the booking photos are very carefully cropped to avoid showing you. Number 14. Westin Hapuna Beach Resort, Big Island. The Hapuna Beach Resort sits above one of the longest white sand beaches on the Big Island's Kohala coast, and Hapuna Beach itself is legitimately one of the finest beaches in the entire Hawaiian island chain. The sand is soft, the water is clear, the swimming conditions are generally excellent, and the views across the Pacific from the hillside property are among the best available from any Hawaiian resort. The issue is what the resort does not tell you about the beach it is selling you. Hapuna Beach is a state park beach. It is public. It is freely accessible to anyone who drives to the parking lot at the base of the hill. During peak season and on weekends, Hapuna Beach is crowded with local families, day visitors from nearby towns, and guests from multiple hotels, not just the Westin above it. The beach in the booking photographs, serene and essentially empty, bears limited resemblance to the beach you will find on a Saturday in July. Guests paying resort rates for what the marketing implies is a private or semi-private beach experience are sharing sand with hundreds of people who paid nothing to park and walked down from a public lot. That is not a complaint about those visitors. It is a complaint about a marketing presentation that implies exclusivity it cannot deliver. The resort restaurant pricing also operates at a level that surprises even guests expecting Hawaiian resort prices. A poolside lunch for two without alcohol at the Westin Hapuna regularly exceeds $100. The property offers no credible mid-range dining option. Go here instead. The Mauna Kea Beach Hotel, just minutes north on the same Kohala coast, sits above its own beach with comparable water quality, a more coherent sense of place rooted in its original Francis Ryburn design, and a guest experience that justifies its price point more honestly. It is older, quieter, and considerably more Hawaiian in character. The next resort has a problem that neither of those properties share. This one involves something that happens at a specific time of year and that the resort's marketing has decided you simply do not need to know before you arrive. If you have not subscribed yet, now is the moment. This channel exists to give you the information the booking platforms will never volunteer. Subscribing means you will not miss what is coming next in this series. Number 13. Grand Waila, Maui. The Grand Waila is one of the most famous resort properties in Hawaii. The scale is extraordinary. The water features a multi-pool river system with water slides, a swim-up bar, a lazy river, and a water elevator that carries guests uphill between pool levels are legitimately impressive as a feat of resort engineering. The art collection scattered through the lobby and public spaces includes genuine museum-quality pieces. The sheer ambition of the property commands a kind of respect. But the Grand Wailea is not a luxury resort in any meaningful sense of that word. It is a very large, very expensive family entertainment complex that charges luxury prices for an experience that has more in common with a cruise ship or a theme park resort than with the quiet, personalized hospitality that the word luxury implies. The pool complex, which is the centerpiece of the property and the primary reason most families book it, is overwhelmed by crowd volume during peak periods. Chairs disappear before 8 in the morning to guests who wake before sunrise specifically to claim them. The noise level across the pool area on busy days makes relaxation functionally impossible. Staff-to-guest ratios at poolside service reflect the property's volume-driven business model rather than a premium hospitality philosophy. The rooms are large and well-appointed, but they are priced into the same tier as properties that deliver a genuinely different experience of what Hawaii can feel like. Paying Grand Wailea rates to spend 3 days fighting for a pool chair and navigating a lobby full of 5,000 other guests is a specific outcome that many families do not anticipate until they arrive. Go here instead. The Four Seasons Resort Maui at Wailea, 5 minutes down the road, costs comparably or more, but delivers an experience where the staff-to-guest ratio, the pool availability, and the general sense of space justify the price in ways the Grand Wailea does not. If the family water complex is the priority, Grand Wailea delivers it. If actual luxury is the priority, it does not. That resort's problems are about expectation versus reality. The next entry on this list has a problem that is more fundamental, and it begins before you even reach the room. Number 12. Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort. Waikiki is not a resort experience. It is a neighborhood. A very dense, very commercial, very urban neighborhood that happens to sit beside one of the most famous beaches in the world. Understanding that distinction is essential to understanding why the Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort, one of the most prominently positioned properties on the Strip, disappoints as many guests as it satisfies. The Outrigger sits directly on Waikiki Beach with a beachfront location that should be an automatic justification for its rates. And on paper, the pitch is compelling. You are on the water. You can walk from your room to the sand in under 2 minutes. Diamond Head sits on the horizon to your right, but the rooms, particularly in the older sections of the property, are small. Honolulu hotel rooms trend smaller than mainland equivalents at comparable price points, and the Outrigger's standard room inventory reflects decades of a business model built on location premium rather than product investment. Guests paying $500 a night for an ocean view room in a property that has not been comprehensively renovated are receiving a value proposition that the market price does not support. Waikiki itself adds another layer of complexity. The beach is public and heavily used. The Strip is loud, commercial, and crowded at all hours. Guests who arrive expecting a beach resort experience and find instead a hotel embedded in a busy urban tourist corridor experience a dissonance that no room upgrade resolves. Go here instead. The Halekulani, further along the Waikiki waterfront, is one of the finest hotel properties in Hawaii and delivers an experience of genuine elegance that the Outrigger's location would suggest, but its product does not achieve. It costs more. It is worth the difference. The next entry on this list involves a different island entirely, and a problem that is entirely about what the resort is built on top of, not what it offers inside. Number 11. Hilton Hawaiian Village, Waikiki. The Hilton Hawaiian Village is the largest hotel complex in Hawaii. 6 towers, over 2,000 rooms, a private lagoon, a shopping village, multiple pools, a weekly Friday fireworks display that is visible from half of Honolulu. If scale is the metric by which you evaluate a resort, the Hilton Hawaiian Village is difficult to argue with. Scale is also the problem. A resort with over 2,000 rooms operates as a small city. The check-in experience during peak arrival windows can take 45 minutes or more, even with adequate staffing. The elevators in the older towers cycle slowly relative to the number of guests using them. The pools, despite their size, reach capacity on busy mornings and are managed with a wristband system that can feel more like crowd control than hospitality. The lagoon, one of the property's most marketed features, is an artificial saltwater enclosure that provides calm, swimmable water in a setting that photographs beautifully but exists as a substitute for the natural ocean rather than an enhancement of it. Guests wanting to reach actual open Waikiki Beach from the lagoon area must walk a significant distance through the property and around the perimeter of the complex. Go here instead. The Prince Waikiki, at the opposite end of the strip near the marina, operates at a scale that allows it to deliver consistent, personalized service with some of the best ocean views available from any Waikiki property. The Sunday brunch there is one of the finest in Honolulu. The difference in daily experience is dramatic. The next resort has built its entire identity around an experience that the natural environment has been quietly making less reliable every year. What it promises and what nature is currently willing to provide are two increasingly different things. Number 10. Turtle Bay Resort, Oahu North Shore. Turtle Bay Resort sits on the north shore of Oahu, a stretch of coastline that is genuinely extraordinary. The surfing culture, the agricultural land, the sense of an older, slower Hawaii that the South Shore surrendered to development decades ago. The drive up from Honolulu through pineapple fields and roadside shrimp trucks is one of the genuinely pleasurable journeys in the Hawaiian Islands. The resort itself sits on a peninsula with ocean views on multiple sides and access to several distinct beach environments within walking distance of the main building. The concept is sound, a full-scale resort in the middle of one of Hawaii's most characterful landscapes. The execution has persistent problems. The property is large and has been subject to multiple partial renovation cycles that have produced an inconsistent physical product where some rooms are genuinely updated and others feel like they have been awaiting investment for years. The room lottery at Turtle Bay is a known risk among guests who have stayed multiple times. Two guests can pay identical rates and have meaningfully different room quality experiences based on where the property assigns them. The North Shore's winter swell season, which runs roughly November through February, produces wave conditions that close multiple beaches on the property's coastline to swimming. For guests arriving in winter expecting beach access, this is a significant issue that the marketing does not foreground. Go here instead. Driving up to the North Shore from Honolulu as a day trip, staying at a smaller boutique inn in Halewa Town, and spending the night closer to the surf culture rather than inside a resort perimeter gives you the North Shore experience with more authenticity and considerably less money. The next property has no renovation problem. The rooms are excellent. The issue is something entirely different, and it is something that almost no review platform will tell you directly. Number 9. Fairmont Kealani, Maui. The Fairmont Kealani is an all-suite property in Wailea on Maui's South Shore, and its physical product is genuinely excellent. Every room is a suite. The suites are large, well-designed, and consistently maintained at a standard that justifies the Fairmont brand. The pool villas with private plunge pools are among the finest standalone accommodation units available on Maui. The service standards are high and generally consistent. The issue with the Kealani is the beach in front of it. Polo Beach, on which the Fairmont sits, is one of the smaller and more exposed beaches in the Wailea Resort Corridor. During periods of south swell, which occur unpredictably but are not rare in Hawaiian summer months, Polo Beach loses its swimmable character almost entirely. Guests walking down from their suites to find churned, murky water and no safe entry conditions on a beach. They paid resort prices to access is a documented, recurring pattern in the property's reviews. The Fairmont's positioning in the Wailea corridor also means it sits at the southern end of the main resort strip, separated by a meaningful walk from the broader Wailea Beach and the shops at Wailea. Guests without a rental car feel the isolation more than the marketing suggests they will. Go here instead. The Four Seasons Resort Maui, at Wailea, a short distance north on the same coastline, sits above a more sheltered beach with more consistent swimming conditions and delivers a level of service personalization that is widely considered the benchmark for Hawaiian luxury hospitality. The next resort on this list has great service, great rooms, and a location problem so specific and so underreported that it catches even experienced Hawaii travelers completely off guard. Number 8. Ko-Olina Resort Area, Oahu. Ko-Olina sits on the dry western leeward coast of Oahu, about 40 minutes from Honolulu Airport and 30 minutes from Waikiki. The resort corridor there includes the Four Seasons Oahu, the Aulani Disney Resort, and several other major properties clustered around 4 man-made lagoons carved out of the coastline. The lagoons are calm, swimmable, and genuinely pleasant. The sunset views from the western coast are among the best on Oahu. The infrastructure is modern. The hotels are well run. Here is what nobody mentions. Ko-Olina is in the middle of nowhere relative to everything else you came to Oahu to see. The North Shore is an hour away. Honolulu is 40 minutes. The best plate lunch spots, the cultural sites, the hiking trails in the Koolau Range, the farmers markets All of it requires a substantial drive from a resort corridor that has positioned itself as self-contained because it has to. Guests who book Ko Olina, expecting a complete Hawaii experience and then discover that experiencing Hawaii requires driving away from the resort every single day they want to engage with the island beyond the lagoon, are guests who would have made a different decision with better information. The Aulani is a genuinely outstanding family resort if Walt Disney World is your benchmark and your children are the primary audience. As an entry point into the actual culture and landscape of Oahu, it is a sealed bubble. Go here instead. Staying in Kailua on the windward side of Oahu puts you 20 minutes from some of the finest beaches on the island, inside a genuine local community with excellent food and a completely different character from the resort corridors, and close enough to Honolulu to access it without it consuming your day. The next resort has none of Ko Olina's isolation problem. In fact, its problem is the precise opposite, and it is one of the most consistently misunderstood booking mistakes in all of Hawaiian travel. If this list is changing how you think about booking Hawaii, hit the like button right now. It genuinely helps this video reach the travelers who need to see it before they commit to something expensive and disappointing. Number 7. Royal Hawaiian, Waikiki. The Royal Hawaiian is a historic property. The Pink Palace of the Pacific, as it has been called since its 1927 opening, is one of the genuine architectural landmarks of Waikiki and an important piece of Hawaiian tourism history. The original building, a Spanish Moorish confection in coral pink surrounded by gardens, is genuinely lovely. The problem is that the historic building represents a fraction of the total room inventory. The majority of guests booking the Royal Hawaiian end up in the modern Tower Edition, which delivers a standard Waikiki hotel room experience at a price point that carries the historic property's premium without the historic property's character. Guests who book without specifying the original building and requesting it explicitly at reservation often arrive to discover that they paid for the legend and received the annex. Even in the original building, the Royal Hawaiian shares Waikiki Beach directly with the Sheraton Waikiki next door, a property with over 1,800 rooms whose pool deck and beach operation create a crowd environment immediately adjacent to the Pink Palace's garden boundary. The sense of historic seclusion that the property's marketing implies is not achievable given the physical context. Go here instead. The Moana Surf Reader, Waikiki's oldest hotel and a genuine Beaux-Arts landmark, delivers a more coherent historic property experience with better physical boundaries from the surrounding development and a banyan tree courtyard that is one of the genuinely memorable spaces in all of Honolulu. What comes next on this list is a resort on a completely different island. And its problem is not about history or crowds or marketing misdirection. It is about something the island itself is doing that no resort can control. Number 6. Volcano Area Resorts, Big Island. The Big Island of Hawaii is geologically the most dynamic landmass in the Hawaiian chain. Kilauea has been one of the most continuously active volcanoes on Earth, and the landscape of the Puna district on the island's eastern side carries that geological reality in its bones. The lava fields, the steam vents, the black sand beaches created by flows reaching the ocean, these are extraordinary natural phenomena and worth traveling to see. But several small resort and vacation rental properties in the volcano area and surrounding Puna district market the volcanic landscape as an amenity without adequately communicating the environmental conditions that come with it. VOG, the volcanic smog, produced by sulfur dioxide emissions from active vents, is a persistent air quality issue across the Big Island's lower elevations, and particularly on the leeward side when trade winds shift. Guests with respiratory conditions, asthma, or cardiovascular sensitivities can find the VOG environment genuinely problematic, and the days of heaviest concentration are not predictable at booking time. Several properties in the area have received reviews from guests who spent their entire trip unable to comfortably breathe outdoor air. The road infrastructure in the Puna district also remains significantly affected by previous lava flow events that permanently closed Highway 130's lower section and altered access patterns across the region in ways that local maps have not always caught up with. Go here instead. Waikoloa on the Kahala coast sits in the Big Island's dry, sunny, VOG minimal western zone and serves as an excellent base for accessing the volcano by day trip without committing to overnight accommodation in the affected air quality zone. We are approaching the final entries now. These are the ones that generate the most passionate disagreement because they are not obviously flawed. They are beloved, visually stunning, and hiding something important just beneath the surface. Number 5. Princeville Resort Area. Kauai's North Shore is the most visually dramatic landscape in the Hawaiian Islands. The Na Pali Cliffs, the Hanalei Bay. The way afternoon light falls on the ridgelines above the valley. Travel photographers have made careers shooting within a few miles of Princeville, and every image is honest. It really looks like that. The Princeville Resort Corridor sits on the bluff above Hanalei Bay and offers views that are genuinely among the finest available from any hotel room in the Pacific. But the North Shore of Kauai receives the highest rainfall of any settled area in the Hawaiian Islands. The mountains above Princeville include some of the wettest places on Earth by annual precipitation. Extended periods of cloud cover, rain, and limited beach usability are not exceptional North Shore weather events. They are the baseline condition for significant portions of the year, particularly in winter months. Guests who book Princeville properties in January or February based on the photography, which is inevitably captured during optimal conditions, and arrive to find a week of overcast skies, closed Napali trails, and a Hanalei Bay too rough for swimming, are guests who made a booking decision without understanding the meteorological reality of where they were going. Go here instead. The South Shore of Kauai, specifically the Poipu area, sits in the island's rain shadow and receives dramatically more consistent sunshine. The Grand Hyatt Kauai Resort and Spa in Poipu delivers an experience of the island that is less cinematically dramatic than the North Shore, but far more reliably sunny, swimmable, and enjoyable across a broader range of travel windows. Number 4. Kapalua Bay Hotel Area. Maui Kapalua sits at the northern end of Maui's west coast, beyond the Kaanapali Resort Corridor, in a setting that is quieter, more remote, and considerably more expensive than the resorts further south. The Montage Kapalua Bay, the primary luxury property in the area, is a genuinely beautiful resort. The residences and suites are spacious and well-appointed. The bay below the property is one of the calmest and most swimmable on Maui's west coast. The golf courses on the surrounding hillsides are internationally ranked. The problem with Kapalua is isolation of a specific and underreported kind. The distance from Kapalua to any significant dining, shopping, or cultural experience outside the resort's own facilities is substantial. The resort's restaurant and bar prices reflect a captive audience dynamic. Guests without a rental car are functionally limited to what the property provides, and what the property provides is priced accordingly. More significantly, the drive to Kapalua from Kahului Airport takes guests past the entirety of Lahaina Town, which was devastated by wildfire in August of 2023 in one of the most destructive fire events in modern American history. The approach to Kapalua currently takes visitors through a landscape of loss and ongoing community rebuilding that the resort's marketing does not address, and that many guests are not emotionally prepared for. Go here instead. The Montage itself is a high-quality property. If the product appeals, it delivers. But understanding the surrounding context, both the isolation economics and the community recovery landscape nearby, is essential to booking it with informed expectations. Number 3. Aulani, a Disney resort, Ko Olina. The Aulani deserves its own entry separate from the broader Ko Olina discussion because it is a specific product with a specific promise and a specific audience. And the mismatch between that promise and the reality affects a particular kind of traveler disproportionately. Aulani is marketed as a Hawaiian resort experience infused with Disney storytelling and Hawaiian culture. The cultural programming, including the hula lessons, the Hawaiian arts activities, and the local mythology incorporated into the design of the property, is genuinely thoughtful and better executed than what most resort properties do with cultural programming. Disney took that element seriously. But Aulani is a Disney resort. The pricing reflects that. The crowds reflect that. The character breakfast reservations, the timed entry systems for certain pool areas, the premium attached to every experiential element beyond the basic room, all reflect the Disney operating model applied to a Hawaiian resort context. Families who arrive expecting the cultural depth of the Hawaiian resort experience they saw in the promotional material and find instead a beautifully executed Disney property that happens to be located in Hawaii rather than a Hawaiian property that happens to feature Disney characters, often report a gap between expectation and experience that the price point makes frustrating. Go here instead. For families prioritizing genuine Hawaiian cultural immersion alongside excellent family facilities, the Marriott Ko Olina Beach Club on the same lagoon system delivers solid family amenities at a meaningfully lower price point, allowing the budget freed up to go toward actual Hawaiian experiences off the property rather than Disney-branded ones on it. We are at the final two. These are the resorts that generate the most debate, the most passionate defenses, and the most specific regrets from travelers who booked them without the right information. Number 2. Sheraton Kona Resort, Big Island. The Sheraton Kona sits above Kauhu Bay on the Big Island's Kona coast, on a historic lava bench with cultural significance to native Hawaiian tradition. Manta rays gather in the bay below the property at night to feed on plankton, attracted by the resort's underwater lights, creating one of the most accessible manta ray night snorkel experiences in the Hawaiian Islands. That experience alone has driven the property's reputation for years. But outside the manta ray experience, the Sheraton Kona delivers a resort product that consistently underperforms its price point in ways that its reviews have been flagging for years without producing the investment response those reviews warrant. The pool is small for the property's size and guest volume. The beach situation is the most significant problem. The Sheraton Kona does not sit above a swimmable beach. The lava bench below the property descends directly into rocky ocean with no sand, limited entry points, and conditions unsuitable for casual swimming. Guests booking a Hawaiian beach resort and arriving to find a lava shelf instead of a beach experience a specific and fundamental disappointment that the booking photography manages to imply without technically misrepresenting. The actual swimming options require a drive to nearby Kahalu Beach Park, which is a genuinely excellent snorkeling beach but is not on the property. Guests paying resort rates to drive to a county beach park for their daily swim are operating outside the value equation that justified the nightly rate. Go here instead. The Mauna Lani Auberge Resorts Collection on the Kohala coast an hour north has invested substantially in its physical product and sits above a protected lagoon and beach system that delivers the coastal access its price point implies. The Manta Ray experience can be accessed independently from shore at Manta Village and Manta Heaven dive sites accessible by any operator on the island. One resort left, and this final entry is the one that will generate the most pushback because it is genuinely iconic, genuinely beautiful, and genuinely problematic in a way that its reputation has successfully buried for years. Number 1. Hyatt Regency Waikiki Beach Resort and Spa. The Hyatt Regency Waikiki is a large twin-tower property sitting directly across Kalakaua Avenue from Waikiki Beach. The location is central. The towers are tall enough that upper-floor rooms deliver genuine ocean views. The property has a functioning ATM lobby, multiple dining options, a retail shopping component, and all the infrastructure that a large-scale Waikiki hotel requires. It is also one of the most consistently overrated properties in Waikiki relative to its price point, and the reason is specific and structural. The Hyatt Regency Waikiki is positioned across the street from the beach, not on it, not adjacent to it, across a 4-lane boulevard from it, a boulevard that requires a pedestrian crossing and a walk that takes several minutes each way. In a beach resort context, that crossing is the difference between a beachfront property and a beach area property, and the price differential the Hyatt charges does not reflect that distinction honestly. The pool at the Hyatt Regency Waikiki sits on a 3rd-floor deck and is not large relative to the number of guests the towers generate. On busy mornings, it reaches chair capacity quickly, and guests who cannot secure pool seating are left with the street crossing as their primary option for outdoor relaxation. The room sizing follows standard Waikiki compression, where guests paying $500 a night receive rooms that a mainland full-service hotel would consider standard at $250. The Hyatt brand carries expectations about physical space and product quality that the Waikiki property's room inventory does not consistently meet. Go here instead. The Prince Waikiki, the Halekulani, or the newly positioned Lalo Autograph Collection, which delivers genuine design quality at a price point that reflects what it actually offers rather than a location premium it cannot fully back up. I'll give you more of what a Hawaiian resort should feel like per dollar spent. Hawaii is extraordinary. The islands are among the most beautiful places on Earth, and they reward travelers who approach them with accurate information, calibrated expectations, and enough knowledge to match the right property to what they actually want from the trip. Every resort on this list has a better alternative within reach. Finding it is the difference between a vacation you spend years trying to recreate and one that finally delivered what you flew 5 hours to find. Do not let a marketing photograph make a $5,000 decision for you. Subscribe now and click the next video on the left. We are covering the most overrated all-inclusive resorts in the Caribbean next, and at least 4 entries will completely change where you thought you were going.